So I want to know right now who your starting small forward is, because the one and only Dirk Nowitzki is the new GOATS card in my team, guys. And take a look at this. He can play the small forward position. He's about to be broken, overpowered, and cheesy. And so if you could do me one big favor, like the video for that early good luck cheese, because we got to get lucky to get him. And we do got to talk about everything else, because 2K's back at it again with more super packs. Yes, more packs. We're also getting the biggest market crash ever with the auction now. So many players are going to be so cheap and affordable. And on top of that, we should be getting a free Invincible. And as always, we're going to be covering every single thing in this video. And let's get started with, of course, the new GOATS card, Dirk Nowitzki. I'm going to tell you right now, I want him. I need him, mainly because he can play the small forward position. And he's a 7-footer, bro. 7-foot beast up in here. Oh my goodness. A fan favorites every single year. We did have him as a, season 4 reward. We did have him as a pink diamond, of course, and then a free agent card up in here. I do believe that he also had a 100 overall card, but I never got it. I think it was part of a festival. But now he's got the GOAT treatments, and also we're getting more. And so let me show you guys the other players as well as everything else that we're getting. And take a look at this. The best of my team super packs. 2K's back at it again. Oh my goodness. How many seasons has it been of, super packs? I think it's been like 4 seasons now straight. It's crazy. Now we are also getting CJ, we're getting Jaylen Brown, and we're getting Terrence Ross, a 2K legend. This man was one of the best cards in my team before we started getting the Bobos, the Giannis's, the Porzingis's up in here. Tingus, Pingus, who the heck is that? You know what I'm talking about. So T-Ross right here, I think he'll be okay. CJ, don't really care for. And then Jaylen Brown, he can play the point guard position, which is kind of crazy. Now, as you guys know, every time 2K releases these packs, we always get, some agendas and challenges. And so let's see what 2K says when it comes to this right here. The best of my team super packs are back. Back at it again, dropping tomorrow. So this is gonna be tomorrow's updates, obviously in the morning, but it's time to prepare right now because the market is gonna get insane, because this is gonna be the best of my team. So that's going to include all the previous best 100 overall players, Dark Matters, Galaxy Opals, everything. And with the way the pack odds are right now, it's going to get even crazier, because if you guys saw the pack opening I did, and you take a look at the, pack odds at the moment, yeah, those odds are nasty, okay? And nasty in terms of, like, compared to previously, even just a week ago, you can see 32% chance at a Dark Matter. And so with these being the best of my team, those 100 overall odds, the Invincible odds should definitely be higher, but at the bare minimum, we're getting at least 30% plus at a Dark Matter. And so that's going to crash a lot of the prices for a lot of Dark Matters in the game, previously. And with this being the best of my team, it's going to be the best cards, right? And so I'm assuming, Galaxy Opal, Wemby, 100 overall Yao Ming, stuff like that. And they do continue to say these packs feature the best of the best, obviously. Add some of the most powerful players to your lineup, including GOATS Dirk Nowitzki, Invincible Jaylen Brown, 100 overall CJ, 100 overall T-Ross. And no disrespect to CJ, because he had that pink diamond from a locker code a while back. And so, like, no disrespect, but, it's just another guard, right? 6'3" up in here. Dirk Nowitzki, small forward, yeah. The cheese is crazy. Now, when it comes to, of course, Jaylen Brown, this is going to be interesting, because Jaylen Brown can also play point guard. Nowadays, everybody can play point guard. It's crazy. So he's going to be, 6'6" at the point guard position. That definitely is going to be something, to look into. And then, of course, when it comes to the boss up in here, Terrence, oh my goodness. How many of you guys even remember how good T-Ross used to be in my team? One of my favorite cards every year. So he's going to be 6'7" also. So, definitely more guards, obviously, but Dirk Nowitzki is the big one we want. And then, of course, the previous GOAT cards, 100 overalls, Invincibles, and so on. And so the market is crashing, but also remember, okay, this is like the 4th season, maybe 3rd season, I don't know, it's been so long now. But previously, 2K did have the Flash Super Packs, right? And this one gave you a 99 plus overall premium player, right? The one before this one, I think, was just a regular Dark Matter. So this one was a 99 plus. And so that was a free Dark Matter for everyone to go after, right? Because it just had the agendas. They dropped it every single week as soon as they dropped the, super pack. So I'm assuming they're going to do the same thing, because even just last season, we had more. But this time we had the 100 overall premium player pack, right? And so if, if 2K continues to do what they're doing, I feel like it's safe to assume that, it should be a free Invincible question mark. I feel like at this point it has to be, right? And so I'm assuming, again, this is an assumption from me, but I feel like it's pretty obvious, because, again, we started off with like some Dark Matter player price pieces, and then we had the 99 plus. then the 100 overall, and then what comes after 100 overall? Yeah, Invincible. And now 2K, if you want to hit us with a curveball and be like, yo, we're not predictable, then give us a free GOATs card. Ooh, imagine that. That would be a big fat W, right? Especially with this being, you know, Season 8, 2K26 is around the corner. So I definitely am expecting a free Invincible through the agendas, obviously, with, of course, GOAT Dirk Nowitzki and the other players. But again, the market crash is really where it's going to be. Because if the odds are even just similar to these packs right here, then it's gonna get really crazy in the auction house. I mean, the auction house has been crazy for a minute, you know what I mean? Especially with Dark Matters. Like, Dark Matters nowadays, they don't really have much value, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be brazy up in here, man. Not breezy, brazy with the B, because it's gonna be more than crazy. Yeah, Dark Matters are already, oh my god. They're already under 10K. Yeah, I mean, these are the most recent ones, and so now with these packs, you know, everyone and their mothers that spends money on this game, they're gonna be wilding up in here. So the Dark Matter LeBrons, the Tim Thomases, you know, the best Dark Matters, because it's best of my team, so we should be getting the best of my team, right? So the Dark Matter Lucas, you know, Taco Fall, players like that, like, they're gonna drop and drop and drop. Yeah, Taco right here, he's gonna get cheaper and cheaper, man. He's still pretty expensive. And so with those odds potentially being, you know, over 30%, the Dark Matter market is gonna get hit even more. I do wonder what the 100 overall market is gonna be looking like, just because, you know, the odds are still about 3%, at least for the most recent packs, but with, you know, super packs, they should be higher. So the 100 overall Yao Mings, the 100 overall Wemby's, the 100 overall T-Max, all these players, LeBron James as well, still over what? Oh my god. You know he's going to be getting a GOATS card soon if they're already dropping Dirk as a small forward. Actually, I'm expecting LeBron probably in the next couple weeks. Maybe this week, you know, this Friday, maybe next Friday, but he's definitely coming sooner than later, you know what I mean? Especially with Dirk being able to play small forward. You know that GOATS LeBron's going to be able to play point guard as well, so he definitely should be coming as well. So the 100 overall players are going to crash as well. Nothing too crazy because the odds aren't like 30% out of 100 overall, but they definitely should get cheaper, especially with people panic selling. And then the Invincibles, you know, we'll see how the odds are for Invincibles. They're still some of the most, you know, they're pretty rare, right? And so when it comes to that, the market is just going to take a big hit, which I'm excited for because that just makes, you know, people being able to like actually use some of the best cards in my team, because according to 2K, it's the best of my team, right? So you're going to be able to use some of the best players, even though the thing that I'm most excited for is, again, the free Invincible, because if they do that, there's so many Invincibles at this point in the game. Let me know down below in the comments which Invincible you want, because at the moment there are ways of getting Invincibles, obviously. You know, I did cover when I opened all the season rewards, you know, in one of my previous videos where we opened that Invincible pack right there. So 2K is starting to give out Invincible players and stuff like that. So we're definitely getting one, at least, you know, knock on wood. Obviously, we'll know for sure in the morning. And so definitely stay tuned for more. In the meantime, check out the Season 8 rewards I got, as well as the pack opening. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.